Well, hello, Libra. Welcome to your monthly reading. This is for the month of September. We will break this up into general, love, and spiritual reading. So, of course, general reading is first. And we have Slave as your first card. Surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. Okay. We have 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. Magician in the mirror. Okay. And then we have Triumph, which is the Chariot in this deck. Emotional Withdrawal, which is the 8 of Cups. And Disruption, which is the Tower. So, Libra, so I'm getting the vibe of you following the rules, doing what you're supposed to do, being a proper, like, citizen. You know, like, just doing the honorable thing, looking for the bright side of things, but I feel like this, like, too much of that can get you put in a situation, where you're either overstepping your boundaries are being overstepped, or you need to reevaluate, like, your goals, you know, because you're losing yourself in the routine, I guess you can say. So a lot of September is you digging deep into your mind, and thinking about where you are now versus where it is that you want to be. So taking a big snapshot of your life in general and what you have done or not done, to get towards ultimately where you want to be. So it feels as though you're looking at your life like, if this is the path that I want to take, or if this is where I want to be right now in my life as it is, am I happy here? I'm seeing that emotionally you are not. So I'm thinking the answer is no to that. And I feel like this changes everything. Like you want to reevaluate. Okay. So we have the 7 of Swords, Page of Swords, 10 of Cups, Temperance, 5 of Coins, the Death, the Star, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands. On the bottom of the deck we have Palace of Swords, which is a special card in this deck only, and the Hangman. The Hangman talks about, like I said, Libra, you were being a honorable citizen, doing everything you're supposed to do, keeping your head up, following the rules, all of that jam. And it feels like you've missed yourself along the way, or missed a turn, if you want to say that. So I feel like you're slowly starting to notice things in your life, or pay attention to things in your life, and it's growing into this sort of what you want to call come to Jesus moment, where you're like, well, is my whole life on track then? You know, it's like you're changing everything. You're planning on leaving some things behind, I can see with the 5 of Coins. It's like you're planning on abandoning ideas, thoughts, or people or situations that have seemed to abandon you, like your goal of where it is that you're trying to go. Because it feels like you're thinking, like, if I continue to be patient, if I continue to do what I'm supposed to do and have hope and faith, am I going to get there? This is where the logic sets in. Like, nothing's the matter with having hope and faith. But I feel like you need to readjust the path at which you are traveling. There we go. This month. It's like you've been keeping your head down, doing what it is you're supposed to do, kind of making the decisions to get by. And it seems like when it comes to the bigger picture, you're getting further and further away from the life that you want to live or the goals that you have. And you're definitely starting to notice this coming into September, because you're thinking about your ultimate happiness. And it could be that someone you're talking to is talking about their ultimate happiness or their path, their goals. And you're like, wait, I need to think about mine. Or it's making you think about yours, and it's making you want to change things or do things differently. So yeah, I feel like you're taking the time to balance your actions and what thoughts you have been, it's like what thoughts you have been nurturing to make the actions you're making to get to this place that you kind of don't want to be right now. It's like you're noticing that more and more you're getting away from your goal, and you want to change that. Or away from the life that is authentically you, or that you want to live, and you want to change that. And you feel like this could definitely make you more happy. You know, this could definitely put you in a better situation, or even in a better relationship as well, if that's something that you're interested in. But this is not specifically love. So I see you making a lot of changes, Libra, especially with the Star card. It's like, I've been patient enough, and now I'm going to work on healing that. So I feel like you go from evaluation to some sort of action, or making some sort of plan to fix things. And it is about happiness. So a lot of you are looking for new love relationships, or rekindling relationships that were left behind. And this could be friendships as well. I see you healing your dreams, your goals, like things that you originally wanted to do, but you were like, okay, this is more practical. You're trying to make those old dreams practical as much as possible. And it's interesting because this newfound sort of ideal is giving you the energy that you need to restart, to change things. So I feel like you're really happy to change things. There is a brief moment of like realization and kind of that come to Jesus moment that things need to change, but it gives you the drive to get it done. It's like you don't want to miss out on any parts of your life. You don't want to take a wrong turn and miss 5 years and have to double back. But the fact that you are making the changes now are, it's better than you not making them at all, right? Okay, Libra, let's get into your love reading. Well, hello, Libra. Now we're doing your love reading. So your first card is Don Juan. It actually came up in the reverse, and it says, using the power of romantic attraction for personal agenda. Ooh, okay. And then finances and career. Pay attention to the red flags. Clarity of belief. Daydreams and decisions. Success and growth. There's a realization in this card, and I'm going to briefly talk about it because I don't feel like it's like the big impact of this reading. There is sort of a status climbing in these cards. Either you or someone you know, like the person that you're talking to or dating or whatever, is status climbing. So this is like, I only date people who have this or have this because it makes me look good, or I feel like, like I only am attracted to people who have this or something. But it feels more like status climbing to me. It's interesting is that it feels like someone is working really hard to achieve that goal and like be what that person wants them to be. Like to achieve that person or achieve that type. But when it comes down to actual relationships, like the relationship part, the connection isn't there like it should be. So I feel like there is a big aha moment for you about the illusion of what you've been looking for in a relationship or in love in general, and what it means to be in a relationship that is healthy, connected, that has growth, understanding, compassion. It may not look like you want it to look on paper. Okay? That's the big thing that I'm getting from this, and it's oddly specific. So I was a little bit iffy about it, but that's a whole story that I had, so I had to get it out. But okay, Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this is like broken relationships, Libra. High Priestess, Knight of Coins, Ten of Coins, Page of Coins, Seven of Coins, Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Swords, Three of Swords, the Fool. This is taking a risk for something different. Libra, your energy is like in September, you want something more than what you've already had, which means that the path that you were taking to get what you have already had is going to change because you want something different. Yeah, especially with the Page of Coins here, you're taking a different perspective. You're focusing on, you're looking at what you have focused on in the past in love versus what you want now. I feel like there is a broken relationship. You could be in one now. You could have just had a breakup. And you're thinking about the future and how you want to build something stronger and like why that breakup happened. Why you're not connecting. Because you're looking for something different, right? It's like you have this vision, but you're actually looking for something different. Interesting. So as fate has it with the Wheel of Fortune here, it's time for things to change. That's just what it is. It's like identifying a pattern so you can fix it. Interesting. You've secretly known, especially I feel like this last person you were dealing with or this person you're dealing with now, you know something is off. But there's something about you like trying to make it work because maybe they make good money or you would be a power couple together or something of that nature. But there's something that's off. Your intuition is telling you that this is not it. And I feel like this time you can't seem to let it go. It's like, why was I spending so much time trying to defend this And this relationship feels very transactional. It's like you don't feel, I'm going to say it like this. It feels like this is not the person that you can be old and sit on the porch with and have lemonade with and have just conversations about the day. This does not feel like the person that you're comfortable with, that you're going to be with forever, and you know that. You can't put into words why you know that. It's like intuitively you know that you're not meeting eye to eye. You know this, okay? But I feel like you've tried to make it work. And that's the thing, Libra, is that you definitely put in the time. I feel like you tried to put in the work. This time you really tried to do it, you know? But I feel like you're like, okay, with the 7 of coins, if I keep putting in more time into this, I don't feel like I'm going to get to my goal. You know, it's like, it's me having hope, but it feels very delusional in a way as well. And I feel like you understand that. And the risk, the Fool talks about the risk of something new. It's like taking a leap of faith. So instead of having these transactional relationships, you want change. So I definitely feel you breaking up with someone, splitting up, cutting off the energy from this person because you definitely want something different. And that's what I see you doing. It's like you're taking a risk for something different. And let me see if I can get a touch on what that is. I don't think you have anyone specific in mind, but I feel like your mindset is changing. Because now you want to be married. Now you want stability. Now you want longevity. You want somebody to be proud of, and not just monetary wise, but like day to day. This gives me the energy, Libra, of like having somebody in your life that you're happy to see every day or talk to, or when you get off from a long day of work, you all can giggle together, you know, or something. Someone that you feel comfortable and happy with. So, that's what I see. So let's get into your spiritual energy. All right, Libra, let's get into your spiritual energy for September. Familiar, Rider, and Bat. Yeah, there's definitely a change of course here. You're looking at what you've always done and making changes. And it's about getting movement. It's about getting action. It's about making changes. It's like, I don't like where I'm at. I want to be a different place. I'm going to make that happen. That's what's happening. And that's all spiritual, you know. I feel like there are some little things in the way with the bats. Just like little things along the path that you'll have to change. And there's a sense in this, Libra, of you having to be consistent with what it is that you're doing. Like you have to have follow through. Okay? Yeah. It's like you're happy for what you've been through. You're thankful to go through what you've been through. So now you know what you want. But you're not going to say, oh, it's because of this. It's because of that. You're taking action. You're making it happen. You're creating the future for yourself. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what else. Yeah, I feel like you've been pretty stubborn about things. Yeah. It's almost like you knew something wasn't for you, or a person wasn't for you. It's almost like there's a bit of abuse of power for confidence, or to feel good, or because you can sometimes. And that became your drive. It's like, okay, I want a person who makes $1 million a year. I'm just making this up, but I want somebody that makes $1 million a year, but they treat you bad, or you're not happy in a relationship, you know. And then you look at your life and you're like, okay, as I'm starting to get older, I want to be in a relationship with someone that makes me happy. Like, the money is not going to make me happy if that person doesn't have a connection with me. So something of that nature. And the same with career as well. Yeah, so you're deciding to change your path. That's what it is. You want to put more heart in your life and what it is you do. You know, you want to be happy. You want to feel love. You want to feel supported. You want to have a good backbone, I guess you can say. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. I feel like you're going to encounter some roadblocks, but as long as you consistently know what it is that you are trying to do, you will be successful. So if you keep the plan in focus, you'll be fine. Okay, so I love you, Libra, and I will talk to you later. Bye bye.